They are trapped everywhere in the country. They are trapped in Al-Qasr. They are trapped. They are not near Baghdad.
Someone's laughing, Lord. Kumbaya. Someone's laughing, Lord. Kumbaya.
The youngest was, I think, 17.
Sent a 17-year-old boy from here to Pakistan
That's right, yeah.
to be involved in jihad in Pakistan.
To be involved in terrorist training in Pakistan, that's correct, yeah.
Hassan Butt was only 16 when he was recruited by the network. Like thousands of other young British Muslims, he became exposed to some of the most radical imams in Britain, imams who supported attacks on Westerners all over the world, and who believed that they had a tacit agreement with the British authorities.
Go and attack, kill, occupy, take, and then you can justify.
They could preach hatred, they could recruit followers, they could raise funds, they could even call for jihad, holy war, as long as they didn't call for attacks on British soil. London became such a safe haven for Muslim militants that it came to be known as Londonistan.
You think this was an unspoken deal with the establishment that do whatever you want here as long as you don't blow us up?
Absolutely. I believe that sincerely, that it was an unspoken deal. And as a result of that, what tended to happen is the British government lost count of how many people were going abroad, getting trained, and coming back and going into operational mode as sleeper cells.
The deal was shattered in July 2005. That's when the 4 suicide bombers blew themselves up on the London subway. 3 of the terrorists were born in Britain of Pakistani parents.
The 4 men who blew themselves up all came from good families, good homes, good education. How do you explain what they did?
For me, they did it simply because they were convinced that they were doing something in the name of God, in the name of Islam, and they honestly believed they would obtain paradise from doing the activities that they carried out, the terrorist attacks that they carried out.
With swords in feeble hands, with dreams to be a king. First, what should be a man? I call them out and charge them all with a life that is a lie. And in their final hour, they shall confess before they die. Brothers everywhere, raise your hands into the air. We're warriors, warriors of the world. Like thunder from the sky, sworn to fight and die. We're warriors, warriors of the world.
If I should fall in battle, my brothers who fight by my side gather my horse and weapons.
This is not a war against Taliban. This is a war against Islam.
Until then, I will be strong. I will fight for all that is real. All who stand in my way will die by steel. Brothers everywhere, raise your hands into the air.
Greater Manchester Police have taken the unprecedented step of releasing extracts from 12 days of interview with a man suspected of funding, recruiting and fighting for Al-Qaeda. Hassan Butt is planning to publish his life story, claiming he's now a reformed Islamist, but has told police he's made up many details in the book about his jihadi past. Mr. Butt last year met Home Office ministers to advise on how to combat extremism. Today, he was released from police custody. Our Home Affairs correspondent Simon Israel has this report.
This was Hassan Butt in late 2001 in Lahore, in Pakistan, in public view, giving the impression he was a driving force in recruiting young British jihadists for the Taliban.
I think we have to understand, as a Muslim, there's two separate religious obligations here. One with Muhajirun, which is to establish Khilafah. The second is, as a Muslim, to support the jihad with Mullah Umar, whether that be financially, verbally or physically, whether that may be clothing, of aiding the mujahid that are coming over, then so be it.
As the years have rolled by, this Manchester lad's become, to date, a self-proclaimed reformist. His own account of his road to Damascus is the subject of a jointly authored autobiography soon to be published, which details his involvement with Al-Qaeda on returning to the UK. In this document, presented by Greater Manchester Police to the High Court today, claims made by Hassan Butt in his book entitled Leaving Al-Qaeda are directly contradicted in the hours upon hours of police interviews since his arrest 12 days ago. Those claims include that he fundraised, recruited and even killed for the Islamist extremist organisation.
Their lives to the end, they will pay for their lies. So long did we wait.
Police today released selected extracts from those lengthy interviews in which Hassan Butt tells an anti-terror officer,
"I've never met Osama bin Laden. I've never met anyone from Al-Qaeda, or anyone who's claimed to even be from Al-Qaeda at all in my entire life. I just want to make that clear, but they did impress me."
He was released this afternoon, having been held at this police station in Salford since his arrest as he was about to board a flight to Pakistan. He was questioned about his claims of being attacked with a knife by extremists.
I actually arranged for myself to be stabbed in the arm and in my back, because I knew if I said I'd been attacked, Shiv was going to ask for some proof. So basically, I stabbed myself. You know, it was just part of the whole scam.
Fight up together as one for the right.
Shiv is Shiv Malik, a freelance journalist and the co-author of the book. He was in the High Court today fighting an attempt by Greater Manchester Police to seize his notes. Can I ask you whether what's emerged today means the book is a sham?
I am unable to disclose that there's a court order at the moment, which states a number of things in regards to the proceedings currently in the High Court.
In effect, he's shafted you, hasn't he?
As I said, there's a court order on discussing all of this, so it's hard to actually discuss any of this. But we will see.
Mr. Butt's other claims include tea with Mohammed Sadiq Khan, the 7/7 bomber. But in police interview he said he didn't know who he was until the name appeared in the media. His life story was set to earn him many thousands of pounds and even a film. But Mr. Butt was unavailable for comment tonight, and it's not clear what's fact and what's fantasy.
Simon Israel at the High Court.
With steel, kill all of them, their blood is our seal. Fight to the last of the enemy is dead. Ride through their blood, then we gladly have